What if the reason you wake up every morning isn't just routine, pressure, or survival, but something deeper, something quietly meaningful that pulls you forward even when life feels heavy? That is the central question of Ikigai, a book that doesn't try to impress you with complex theories or loud promises. Instead, it gently invites you to rethink what it means to live a long, happy, and truly fulfilling life. The journey begins in Okinawa, Japan, one of the world's rare blue zones, where people don't just live long, they live well. It's a place where reaching 90 or even 100 isn't shocking. But what makes Okinawa special isn't just longevity. It's the way people live every single day. There is a sense of calm, purpose, and quiet happiness that seems almost foreign in today's fast-moving world. Here, people don't believe in rushing through life. They don't chase success the way many of us are taught to. They don't count down the days to retirement so they can finally start living. Instead, they live fully, every day, guided by something they call Ikigai. Ikigai means a reason for being. It's the thing that makes life worth living. It's not always something grand or world-changing. Sometimes it's simple, almost invisible to others, but deeply meaningful to you. The book explains that Ikigai lies at the intersection of four powerful questions. What do you love? What are you good at? What does the world need? And what can you be paid for? Where these four meet, that is where your Ikigai exists. But this isn't just a neat diagram or a motivational concept. The authors bring it to life through real people. People who have quietly built their lives around purpose instead of pressure. You meet a fisherman who has been casting his net for decades. Even in his old age, he wakes up early, steps out into the morning air, and goes to the sea. Not because he needs money, but because he feels alive doing it. You meet a woman who has been making tofu her entire life, repeating the same process every day, with care, precision, and love. To an outsider, it might look like routine. To her, it is purpose. There's also a man who practices karate well into his 90s. He doesn't train to win medals or prove anything to anyone. He trains because it connects him to himself. It gives him discipline, strength, and meaning. None of these people are famous. None of them are chasing recognition. Yet they wake up each morning with energy, clarity, and a sense of direction that many people struggle to find. The book quietly asks you, why? The answer is simple but powerful. They have something to live for. Not someday, not after success, but right now. One of the most important ideas in the book is that happiness is not something you chase after achieving your goals. It's something you experience while moving toward them. It's found in the process, not just the outcome. In modern life, we are often taught the opposite. We are told to work hard now so we can be happy later. To sacrifice our present for a future that may or may not come. To measure our worth by productivity, money, or status. Ikigai challenges that thinking. It suggests that real happiness comes from doing small things with great care. It comes from being present, from enjoying the act of living, not just the idea of success. This is where the book introduces the idea of slow living. Not laziness, but intentional living. Moving through life without constant rush. Taking time to notice things. Eating slowly. Working with focus. Resting without guilt. Because when you rush, you miss life. Another powerful concept the book explores is flow. This is the state where you become so absorbed in what you are doing that you lose track of time. Hours feel like minutes. You are fully present, fully engaged. Think about a time when you were doing something you truly enjoyed. Drawing, writing, playing a game, solving a problem, or even talking to someone deeply. That feeling of complete focus and quiet joy, that is flow. The book suggests that flow is not random. It is a clue. It points toward your Ikigai. The more time you spend in flow, the closer you are to understanding what gives your life meaning. But finding your Ikigai is not about sitting down one day and suddenly having all the answers. It is a process. It takes time. It requires honesty, patience, and a willingness to explore. The authors emphasize that your Ikigai can evolve. What gives your life meaning at 20 may not be the same at 40 or 60. And that's okay. Life changes, and so do you. What matters is staying connected to yourself, listening to what excites you, paying attention to what drains you, being curious enough to try new things, and brave enough to let go of what no longer feels right. The book also highlights the importance of staying active, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. In Okinawa, people don't retire in the way many societies do. They don't suddenly stop working, learning, or contributing. Instead, they continue doing what they love, in whatever way they can. Because having nothing to do is not freedom. It can slowly take away your sense of purpose. Purpose keeps you alive in a deeper sense. It gives structure to your days and meaning to your efforts. Another key lesson is the importance of relationships. In Okinawa, people form close-knit communities called moai, small groups that support each other throughout life. They share joys, help during difficulties, and create a sense of belonging. This social connection plays a huge role in their happiness and longevity. It reminds us that Ikigai is not always something you find alone. Sometimes it grows through connection, with people, with community, with shared experiences. The book also touches on resilience. Life is not always easy, even for those who have found their Ikigai. There are struggles, losses, and uncertainties. But when you have a reason to live, you can face these challenges differently. You don't give up easily. You don't feel lost for long. You have something that pulls you back, something that grounds you. Ikigai doesn't remove problems. It gives you a reason to face them. One of the most refreshing things about the book is that it doesn't try to sell a perfect life. It doesn't promise that you will always feel happy or motivated. Instead, it presents a more realistic, more human idea of fulfillment. One that includes effort, routine, and even struggle. Because meaning is not always exciting. Sometimes it is found in repetition, in discipline, in showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. And over time, these small, consistent actions build a life that feels worth living. By the end of the book, something shifts in